EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Santa Clara. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This game will start with a throw on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 4. He'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
A 54-yard attempt.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Cardinals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result. 3 points
on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Zayvon Collins on the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 38
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. It's good for a Niners first down.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Purdy on 1st down. A very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him
he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. And that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 1918.
He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It's an Arizona first down. McBride is the motion man. They'll look to throw. That one caught by Wilson. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Niners have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for it.
And remember now, all turn errors have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60.
He'll try the right side this time, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
60, trap 60. Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Yellow. Outside. Watch out.
First and 10 for Purdy. That's into traffic, but taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
Get set.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the Niners go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. He works free, right side, inside the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Get set, get set. Up.
On first and 10, it's Purdy. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's second and 2.
Outside. Up.
From the gun, it's Purdy. There's Evans. He's got it. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with first and 10.
Get set, get set. At 18.
Back to throw. Purdy toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
A throw left side there, not going to find its target.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They put Wilson in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 29, here's second and 1. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 46, here's second down and 3.
Check. 60 Bison, 60, check 60. 18 Rebel.
Drops to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Back to throw. That one is complete to McBride. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, sack. Let's go.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
3rd down and 3. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3. But that mark shows. First down.
23-yard line.
He'll find his back. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Niners have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. Inside the 40. 20. 15. And he will score. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. McBride is the motion man. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score up.
Hit by the 4-time All-Pro Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49 yards. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Duvernay on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's Harrison in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Referee gets out of the pocket. He does a nice job in scramble drill finding his receiver along the boundary, and the coverage was really tight, so he's just trying to throw this ball as far out of bounds as I can, but keep it close enough to try to come down.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
A second down throw here for Purdy. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now Purdy. That is incomplete. Now they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them, and will bring up 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
They put Wilson in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Pearsall going to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Purdy on 1st down. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. On the draw, here comes McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. And he will score. San Francisco. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 31-yard line.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. The Cardinals lining up for punt as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. We'll take this in back at the 16. A very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Cardinals' 49-yard line.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. To the left side, taken in by Harrison. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Let's go.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Manor.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, 49ers. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
18, what's up?
A first down throw for Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
On third down, they'll throw with Brissett. That's taken in by the running back, Benson.
I think in this field position, Mike, when fourth and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. It's going to give the ball over on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, 49. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
Niners 52, Cardinals 10. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
You're 19. Okay. 12. Go.
Drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Gain of 27. First down, Arizona.
You're 19. Go.
Right back to him on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
You're 19.
McBride is the motion man.
Go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Fourth quarter begins on the ground, and he's going to have a Cards first down. They needed 4, they got 8, and they convert on fourth down.
So on fourth down, when they kept the offense on the field, you take a look at the down markers and you say, okay, this is a must-pass down, right? Fourth and medium, fourth and long. It's kind of right on the border. And what do? They catch everybody in the stadium, probably including us, off guard. Perfect play call for that situation. Pick up first down.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. Hit by the 4-time All-Pro Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. The 49ers out for the punt. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. Duvernay to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
Hey, kill. Go.
The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And he will score again. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco. That is 3 touchdowns in the game. And 4 for the season. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. And this is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
Now a hit, and he lost the football. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but The biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. To the outside. Catch made by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown. 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying, it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On first down, we're set. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
You're 19. We're good. We're 19. Good. Go.
Now a handoff, running right. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
19.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
19. Go.
We're set. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. No one open. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Hey, kill. 19.
That's Harrison in motion. 3rd and short yardage. It's Brissett. He's going to look downfield once again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the 49ers. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.